Hey everyone, so the brand new 2022 Amazon Fire 7, not HD 7, but 7, is going to be released here in the US on Wednesday, June 29th. So this is what we know so far, going off of Amazon's own website here. So again, this is just 7, it is not HD 7, meaning it is still not an HD display. We'll see that further down on this website here. So the HD 10 and HD 8 are both HD displays, where the 7 is not. So first thing you'll probably notice is the price. They used to be only $50. They have now jumped up to 60, and that is for 16 gigabytes of storage. And actually, if you go up to 32 gigabytes of storage, so doubling your storage, you are now up to $80 here in the US. So like everything, though, they have also gone up in price, which is, to be fair. So $60 is still a pretty cheap device. Now you can get them in black, or you can get it in denim or blue or rose, which is a pink color. Then of course, like any other Fire tablet, you can get them with the lock screen add-on or without the lock screen ads. If you get it without the lock screen ad, you have to pay an extra $15. Personally, I would say just buy the one with lock screen ad. You're saving money, and it's only on the lock screen, and it's really not annoying. And there's actually been ads that I've liked, as they do ads for a whole bunch of different things. Sometimes they show you some really cool stuff you might actually be interested in. So of course, this is 7-inch. Again, it is 16 gigabytes of storage or 32. And then you can expand it up to 1 terabyte or you can add in a up to 1 terabyte micro SD card for expansion of that if you want. Now, see here, it has enhanced performance, so it is up to 3% faster with a new quad-core processor, and now it has 2 gigabytes of RAM compared to only 1 from the last generation. The last generation did come out in 2019. So this should be quite a bit of an improvement over that last gen. But to me, 2 gigabytes of RAM is just priced. They're not going to be enough, but we'll have to wait and see once we get our hands on one. And you guys can go down here to the comparison. So again, $60 compared to the HD 8, which is 90, or the HD 10, which is 150. So you do save quite a bit of money. But again, as you can see on this display, it is not HD. Whereas the HD 8 is HD, and then the HD 10 is full HD. So we're not have as good of a screen resolution. Now on a 7-inch device, I don't know how much that really matters. Again, it now has the quad-core 2 gigahertz processor, which is the same, at least according to this, looks to be the same as what is in the HD 8, which is, it's decent for what it is. But not as good as the HD 10, which gives you an octa-core. Again, 2 gigabytes of RAM. There is no plus version on the 7. At least as of right now, there's not. There's not that I could find. And so you only get 2 gigabytes of RAM, and that's it. Whereas the HD 8 gives you 2, or the HD 8 Plus gives you 3. Again, the 10 gives you 3, and then the 10 Plus actually gives you 4. Once this device comes out, again, when we have our hands on it, we'll have to see how good, how much better this device is over the previous generation. As my guess is it will still not be able to do gaming too well. It'll be for very basic usage. It is just like the current one, the one that you can buy today. It now has USB Type-C in it, which is really cool, meaning it should charge a bit faster. So they're not saying 4 hours to charge it up. Compared to 5 hours for the HD 8 and 4 hours for the HD 10 as well. So again, you guys can pause the video at any point and look at whatever you want to look at here. So weighs 9.9 ounces, 282 grams, which is actually a decent amount less than what the even 8 weighs, as you can see there. Which means it'll be very good for ebook reading, just like the current generation is. And then looking at this nice big picture here, you can see it is taking on what the current HD 8 and HD 10s look like. which is a bit of an updated look over previous generations. It looks a lot nicer. See, they moved that camera off from the top of the device to the side of the device, so your hand does not get it in the way. It's not a weird, awkward angle if you do talk to somebody through the camera there. And again, it just looks a bit nicer than the old or the current generation. But it still does have those big bezels. Personally, I do not mind them, but I know some people do care. So here are the specs. And you guys can pause the video if you want to read any of this. But it goes pretty much over what we just talked about. So again, 7-inch display, non-HD. So you can see in that display box, it is just standard definition video playback, but does have IPS. But again, no, it will not be able to do actual HD video, which again, I don't know how much that matters on a 7-inch device. Now, again, we get the quad-core 2 GHz processor and 2 GB of RAM. We'll have to see how it does. I will be doing comparison videos, of course. See if it is as fast as the 8 is now, or as good as the 8 is. And if it is, I'm sure they'll be coming out with a new 8. As the new 8, the HD 8 is now about 2 years old, so I'm sure it is due for an update pretty soon here. Battery life is up to 10 hours. I'm sure, depending on how you use it, if you're doing some gaming or watching a bunch of video, stuff like that, compared to just reading books, your mileage will vary on that hours of battery life. Of course, this is Wi-Fi only, no 4G. I don't think any of the Amazon devices are. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in that. I've never owned one that was at least 4G. We still do get the headphone jack, which is very good, and of course the integrated speaker. Now it says speaker, not speakers. So I'm gonna guess it still only has one speaker. Again, on the current generation, it is enough. Not as good as the HD8 or HD10 with their dual speakers, but for the most part, it is pretty loud and sounds pretty decent for only being one speaker on such a small device. Again, black, denim, which is blue, or rose, which is pink. And colors, only 3 choices, but that should be enough. And yeah, so you guys let me know what you guys think. I am personally getting the 16 GB version, which you can see in the storage box only gives you 9.5 GB of actual usable space. But I'm buying that version, the 16 GB version. You can always expand it with a micro SD card. But 16 GB version in black, mine should hopefully arrive on the day they are released. I pre-ordered mine from Amazon themselves. So stay tuned for a bunch of videos once I do get it. A whole bunch of comparison videos and reviews and everything else will be coming out. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to order one? Do you have a 7 right now? What tablet are you using personally? Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.